I was thinking back through all of the friendships that I've had in my life, and I realized something about my best friendships. All of my closest friends, all of the people that I would trust with my life, that I've shared the deepest, most profound connections with, the friends that have lasted years through thick and thin and thousands of miles of separation. Those friendships all had two things in common. Here are those two things. Number one, in order for your friendships to be truly meaningful, to surpass that surface level, superficial friendship that we all know and love, they have to be taken outside of their original context. What do I mean by this? Well, if you're friends with someone from a class in school, if you want that friendship to grow and last, y'all gotta start hanging out outside of the context of class. Like, for example, playing sports after school, or I don't know, having Harry Potter book clubs on the weekends. Look, I don't know what you do for fun. Otherwise, once your semester or quarter comes to an end and you both inevitably get placed into different classes, you won't see each other as often and you won't really have any reason to hang out anymore. And like so many of the other friends you've had over the years, y'all will slowly start to drift apart. So while you're still able to take your friendship out of its original context, the point is, whatever you decide to do, it can't be related to where you formed your friendship in the first place. Going back to the class example, you can't just study together for the same class that you met at together and expect that to work. That's a step in the right direction, but it has to go a lot further than that. Taking your friendships out of their original context is the only way that they will continue to flourish even after that original context is long gone. Oh, by the way, if y'all are wondering what this is, it's Earl Grey, which is fucking insanely good for no reason. Sometimes though, you'll run into friends that don't care about you outside of whatever mutual activity y'all do together. Like if you play pickup basketball and you ask some of your basketball group to come to your birthday party, they might just tell you, just put the ball in the hoop, little bro. That's fine. This won't apply to everyone, and the reality is sometimes people just don't care about you, and that's okay. You'll face rejection, and it might feel unfair or illogical in the moment, but hey, they got their own lives going on, you got your own life going on, and sometimes it's just better that you leave it on the court. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you shouldn't make an effort just because someone isn't friendly towards you right away. No, you should of course make an effort. All I'm saying is that if you continuously take the initiative to hang out and you see absolutely no reciprocation, then you gotta know when it's time to throw in the towel. And when your time might be better spent looking for friends elsewhere. If you're in school, finding friends is relatively easier since you have a group of people that you are forced to be together with and interact with multiple times a week. But for those of you that have made it out of the chaos that is school and into the somehow bigger chaos that is adulthood, finding friends is tough, let alone forming deep, lifelong bonds, genuine connections with the people around you. So you gotta treat finding and nurturing your friendships like a job. Don't get me wrong, I don't mean a job like you strive for maximum efficiency and productivity until you inevitably burn out 3 months down the line. No, I mean a job like you need to put genuine effort into showing up for your friends, even when you may not feel like it in the moment. These days, for some reason, I've noticed that people are so comfortable with flaking, canceling plans, and not showing up for the people that they care about.
Don't mind me just crashing out in my bathroom, getting the tears out an hour before my baby shower. This is why I fucking hate celebrating myself. People are like, oh, you never do anything for your birthday. Bitch, this is the fuck why. I can't tell you how many people have literally sent me a text message an hour before my baby shower letting me know they can't make it. An RSVP event where reminders were sent a week ahead, a day ahead, like so many fucking reminders. And an hour before, this is how you do me. Canceling a week before, classy. Canceling the morning of, questionable. Canceling an hour before is fucking diabolical.
And look, I get it. Things happen. Life gets in the way. But you gotta show up for the people you care about, man. You wouldn't cancel last minute on an important work meeting, so why do you feel like it's okay to cancel last minute on your friends? The very people that should matter to you more than your job. Apologies for taking you down this tangent, but all that to say, friendships take effort. If you truly care about nurturing your friendships into something beautiful, you gotta take the initiative. You gotta go out of your way to show up for people. You gotta treat friendships with the same respect that you treat your work. In that same vein, if you're looking for new friends, you gotta go out of your way to do social activities outside of the comfort of your home. And once you're there, you gotta go out of your way to actually socialize with the people around you. I know, it's hard, believe me. Putting yourself out there can feel like one of those weird dreams where all of your clothes are gone all of a sudden for some reason. But you will get past that feeling. But Kobe, where should I go in the real world to find friends? I don't like bars and clubs, and wherever I go, people my age seem to be focused on their own thing. I'm actually really quite disappointed that you asked that. I made an entire another video yapping about that exact same concept, but I guess I have to just spoil it and ruin the entire thing here. I mean, if you insist. Firstly, I'm a big advocate for learning a hobby at your local community college or extension school. It's relatively cheap and accessible, and you can just sign up for a class and then learn something really fun alongside people who are just as passionate as you about their craft. Bonus points if you have a friend sign up with you so that y'all can go together and make friends together. You can also try your community college makerspace if you're a nerd, the local public library if you're a badass, or local community spaces and parks to play pickup sports. Just make sure you remember that wherever you go, whatever you decide to do, you should be approaching it with effort and intentionality. Also, don't forget to do things outside of the context of these places as well. If you take community college classes and make friends there, for example, but don't hang out outside of class, chances are that when your classes are over, you won't really see each other often and you'll be back to square one. For those of you that are of the mindset of if they wanted to, they would, please get that thought process out of your head as quickly as possible. You apply this standard to everyone except yourself. Do you realize how absurd that is? You want to, and yet you don't. So why would you expect something different from other people? And the other person is probably thinking the exact same thing. So you just end up in an endless cycle of thinking, if they wanted to, they would, and them thinking, if they wanted to, they would, with neither of you making any effort, even though y'all both want to. And the thing is, it's not even like the prisoner's dilemma where if you go out of your way and they don't, then you get hurt. No. Going out of your way to nurture your friendship or reach out to a new person that you would like to get to know better benefits both of you. It's positive for both of you. So why wouldn't you reach out? Yes, in a perfect world, they would take the initiative as well. Unfortunately, we don't live in a perfect world because we still don't have puppies the size of elephants that we can ride on yet. No. We live in a deeply flawed society with exorbitant rent prices, insane healthcare costs, unprecedented levels of wealth inequality, and still no elephant-sized dogs. So what do we do when we live in a crumbling society? We try to fix it. But we can't do that if we have no friends. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you leave a comment about how completely and utterly lonely you are. Keep in mind also that I've never had a single friend in my entire life, so take all of this advice with a grain of salt. Okay, subscribe. Bye-bye.